daughter as he towelled his thick, dark hair. Her heart had skipped a beat, as it always did when she saw him naked. Even after 6 years of marriage, the intensity of her craving for him almost frightening her as she pulled him hungrily onto the bed. She suddenly remembered, with perfect timing, the baby monitor on the bedside table had flared into life, an arc of furious red lights illuminating the bedroom. Not that the alarm had been necessary. Noah's screams had echoed from the adjoining nursery loud enough to wake everyone in the house, and probably everyone in the street, too. Lucas had told her to let the baby cry. That's why they'd been arguing. Lucas had told her to leave Noah. It was just colic. He'd grow out of it. Come on, Maddie, just leave him. And then her memory simply snapped in half, like a spool of tape at the end of the reel. She exhaled in frustration. She had no way of knowing if she and Lucas had argued 5 minutes or 5 hours ago. The doctor said her memory lapses were normal, the product of exhaustion and the pills she was on. Nothing to worry about, he said. Nothing to do with what had happened before. She had 3 children, 2 of them under 3. Of course she was tired. Of course she forgot things. It'd all sort itself out if she was patient. But it was happening more and more often. Whole blocks of time lost for good. It had started around the time she'd found out she was expecting Noah, and had got worse in the 9 weeks since his birth. No one watching her would notice there was anything wrong. She didn't collapse or black out. But suddenly, in the middle of doing something, she would find she couldn't remember what had just happened. A few seconds or a few minutes of her life gone forever. Her memory stuttered and skipped like a home movie, with blank spaces where pivotal scenes should be. All she could remember tonight was the baby screaming, Lucas rolling away from her in frustration. Noah wasn't screaming now. Galvanized by fear, she sat up and switched on the nightlight. She'd been holding him in her arms, but they were empty now. He wasn't in his cot, he wasn't on the floor, she couldn't see him. She leapt up from the chair in panic, and then she saw him, crushed against the back of the seat. Somehow he'd slipped out of her arms and become wedged between her hip and the side of the rocking chair, his vulnerable head pressed against the wooden spindles. Terror flooded her as she crouched on the floor and pulled his limp body into her lap. His eyes were closed, his face still and pale, except for the vivid red imprint of the chair on his cheek. She put her ear to his chest, praying for a heartbeat, pleading with a God she didn't believe in. Please let him be okay. Please let him be okay. Abruptly, Noah squirmed in her arms and let out an indignant but healthy cry. Maddie gave a strangled half-sob, half-laugh and snatched him up against her shoulder, her throat clogged with grateful tears. "Mummy?" She practically jumped out of her skin. 9-year-old Emily stood silhouetted in the doorway to the hall, her long nightdress giving her the air of a Victorian ghost. "Emily, did Noah wake you?" Her daughter nodded sleepily. "Can't you make him stop, Mummy? I'm so tired." Maddie felt thick-tongued and groggy, as if she'd awoken from a drugged sleep. "Me too, darling." She leaned Emily against the rocking chair, her long fair hair brushing against her brother's furious scarlet face. The screaming baby grabbed a fistful in his tiny hand. "Can't you give him medicine or something?" "It doesn't really help." Maddie gently freed her daughter's hair from Noah's grasp. "Go back to bed, Em. You've got school in the morning." "I feel hot." She felt her daughter's forehead, A little warm, but not enough to worry.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.